Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, your librarian of Hush House, Curia of the Brownkrug Isle Nexus Point, the Warden of Kukuk Prison, the Keeper of Sacred Knowledge, and of course, the Guardian of the New God of the Moth Era, which is what I'm calling this thing over here. Anyways, it's been a year. Episode 52, and I do not believe we made it this far. I know this is partially a result of me taking things a little bit, leisurely, but this has been a treat to unlock. And as you know, we haven't even scratched the deepest levels of the secrets yet. In fact, I may do more thinking about the year in review when we get to the end of the episode as opposed to the beginning, because I know you don't want to hear me ramble for too long up front. But I have a lot of things to think about. Now, the thing is that I have figured out, I think, there's going to be an interesting way to test out some of these skills. Now, before we get started with the regular cycles of the episode, let's hang on. Let's have a bit of a plan. Now, from here, I can put in this metal, and from up here, I can put in Garavant, as it's called. From here, I can put in the Glassfinger Toxin. From here, I can put in the Curious Hunch. Now, we know that all level 2 level 3, well, just so far to get a level 3, tier 3 really, alchemical products come from using a tier 2 related element. Now, these are 3 tier 2 class of the Nock branches of alchemy, so we will see what we can see for the products of each of these. Door and Wall produces sacrament acetite. Boom, there you go. That one's done. In fact, we should probably... Who's next? Okay, what do we got for this one? Edict's Liminal. Sacrament Acetite as well. And next... Last finger. I think we already got this one, though. Yeah, Cross Concord. Okay. Next up. Let's see, Horns and Ivories. Sacrament Acetate. Probably got a lot of repeats. I'm thinking we've also got this before we got the level 10, which is hilarious. Let's pull this out. Had to put an egg. Ooh, an egg. Don't think I can fit one in right now, but we'll get to it later when we start dealing with other things. Let's see. Lock and Clockworks. I think we already got that one. We do not. Ooh. Okay, crossguard we do, sorry. Preliminal meter. There's gone accord. Good to know. I think it's like only like 2 of these so far we've gotten. Oh. Let's see what else we got. And boom. Acetate. There probably is only these 2. I'm just kind of surprised there's no knock for serpents. You'd think that would be a thing. Okay. Surgeries and reassignments. January Sanguary. Now that I actually have an example of right here. Yep, 533 liquid here. So heart, knock, and God. I am the lady. The cura here is the lady of harmony. That's definitely for sure. It's the element that keeps coming up over and over again. And last but not least, Great Signs and Scars. There's Concord. Alright. I think that's it. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. We don't actually need any of these right now, so let's let everything go back to its right place. There is one last one I want to do, but unless I can find a particular... I need to know. I think Ajmil unlocks something. That's Hound's Gall. This is Ajmil. They're both an ink and a liquid. I would need someplace that could handle ink or liquid. That would be a table. Now I can actually generate 13, which means I'm going to, and just using skill my twist 2, because the skill I'll be using will be the inks of containment plus twist plus this equals 13. So we need a 2-point memory, and of course, let's go read our favorite book. There you go. All right, so while we're here, actually, let's just do that for a second. Put this back so it'll automatically retract here, take it to here, use the low level whist, and that 60 seconds later we'll be able to see if this ink produces anything else. Now, since we've now established what we're going to be doing, let's get our usual work for the day done. Get our water drawing for the day done, because we all know that we need as much water as we can get. There you go. Drop water. Okay, so the next thoughts about where we're going. Now, we always need more wood, so we always are going to dump ourselves back into the forest every day. Good exercise. And, there you go. Let's go do some drumming while we're traveling. Just got a couple of pieces of wood and go to dump on the trees as we go by. Now, Trist, low level one, plus, or sea stories. There you go. Okay, and do we want to spend one health? Yeah, probably over here. We haven't gotten a full idea of what this... Ah, yes. I think we can do this because I've got a couple other things I want to pull. While we're here, got stories. There you go. All right, then. So while that's going on, we need to go talk to a friend. Can use Shapt or Whist. Just use Shapt. We haven't got a lot of Shapt going on. I want to speak with him because I have done my numbers and I can get him to him with the earthquake name. Can't read this goddamn staircase right here. That's going to be my year anniversary present to myself. I'll keep climbing up and down this damn well. All right, what do we got? Timothy. No. All right, you. Ended harmony. There we go. And you go back into here because now we've got 2 level 3 tools. Yeah, Lady of Harmony is in the freaking house at this point. In the hush house. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm never doing that again. That's my gift for you. All right, so meanwhile, do we want to do... No. Let's get Fost settled. That's not where I want to be, thanks. I'm not really looking to do some stabbing today, thanks. Maybe someday. Okay, grab the water. Yep, the cycles draw us ever onward. Okay, we will, of course, need a coffee as well, and I think we finally managed to use up the, free coffee we've gotten so far, so get in there. Alright, so, take me. Got it. Alright, Timothy, we all know what we're doing here. We're feeding you. Let's get you a mackerel, because we've got 2 mackerel. I prefer this at 3, but we'll get more. I'm always going by the seaside, so yeah, I'll bring you up to 2 scale. Scale's what we're going to need to clear it, so keep going. Coffee comes next for him. Ooh, yeah, that reminds me, I already know, I think I've already gotten to the pantry. We already need to get 1 cocoa in reserve. We're just going to annotate these things, not send them all every single time, but just put in the fact that we're going to need... Nope. We'll need with coffee. We're going to need 2 coffee today. The dandelion coffee. That's the dandelion stuff, right? Yep, that is. So begin again. Dandelion coffee. Start. Right, Timothy. Yep, scale 1. There you go. 3 scale. I'm giving you a decent breakfast. Alright, so annotation done. Do we want to get either one of these back? Thinking we've got nothing else we can do. We can keep this spinning all day for the cash. There you go. Meanwhile, here we go. Eva's desk. This is how we're gonna do it. Cash meal. And in parallel, I was kind of hoping it would be the clouds, but the clouds weren't quite enough. Interest plus. Catwink, that's 15. Here, I thought they would have been. Huh. Let's try another one, I guess. Oh, well. This is a 15 only because we have the 6 here, and I honestly thought we'd have ash meal. Ooh. Now, the beverage one we have is Lethe, and to be honest, Lethe. Yeah, we can. Got enough of it over here. But the problem doesn't fit. Oh well, experimentation later, I guess. Although, beverage... Hang on. as a beverage, we can use this. Twist and Catwink and Lethe. That's only 10, unfortunately. Because I have to use the... that there. Can't put another 5 here, unfortunately. I don't think I have 5 liquid. You can't put the ink here. Yeah. Oh well. It was a thought. Not a successful one, unfortunately, but it was a thought. So, other things to consider. We did a lot with the knock today. There's going to be other ones to deal with. So the question is, do we actually want to, while I've got the stuff out, indulge in a book? Because now we have 2 of the appropriate skills for a moon, or not for a moon skill. I don't know how many more of those we have left, though. Or do we want to just roll down here and see what we do for book fixing? That one we can do. We've done that one already. This one requires 7 winter, 3 here. More difficult, but we will come back to it later. That leaves, it was the only 2. But this one's easy enough. We would need to get back, we need to get a level 2 skill, wait for Chore to come back, and then get with a skill, so that would be ultimately fine, because we have the right type of ink. Speaking of which, we probably should get a second bunch. I think if next, go to, we can get that tier 1 ink pretty easily. Grab this, I think we can grab any ink, grab the health. Curious Hunch. 5. That produces Catwink. It's the wrong type. Stargle. So what other inks can we produce this way? Nothing comes to mind. Okay. And that one doesn't fit. Ish. Things to experiment with. When we have later time. Okay, so right, we're gonna get this cleared over here, and gotta get a lot of unused soul fragments. So what kind of book? Probably. Harmony, not quite. We do have this for harmony. That, but we don't have. What else could we? Serpents and venoms. I haven't really experimented with. We could drop back. Got 3 here. Throw that in, say, temple here. Cool. Okay. 5 right off the bat, midnight mark, but we need to have an egg here. Can't do that here, but we can do it up here. Grab, well, chicken's egg, I'm guessing. It's probably not going to be anything that I want. Just being sure about it. Right, just follow serpents for the heck of it. Egg. Just. I need to produce 4 more. How would I put 3 here? Oh, easy enough. It's going to cost us food a lot later. Need to grab Stimpskin. So we can get 2 of these. Having 2 of each of the beasts makes sense. Because we would be able to fix right off the bat for anything we want to. Oh, we're gonna put these 2 together to make the earthquake name. This is interesting. But having 2 of each actually makes sense. So we'll go ahead and roll with this at the moment. Fine. Anyways, it's gonna cost us a bit, so we definitely need to recharge our hands. Oof, bad day to do it though. Hopefully we'll get into Gull's Egg. Anything else you want to whether or not we're going to read a book. Moon 18, we can almost do it. But do we want sea stories quite that high. Sea stories is um Voyages of Rinkenshun, History of Inks, Power, which we could use to upgrade. Let's get that one organized back to position here. 16, 14. Sorry. Kind of mentally going through these books. God, there's so much. Edicts Liminal. I should really do some testing. What else do we have for? Yeah, when we get a chance to play with Whist in that regard. So, yeah. We'll do some thinking over the back. Okay, so I've had an interesting set of thoughts that I'm gonna try to do that I did with Knock, but this time for Nectar, because I just realized something. Halls of Voices, I can put this here, I can grab the mixing bowls from up here, because they are a kitchen implement. Okay, I can grab the... There you go, I can grab the pairs, brings us to 7, this brings us to 9, this brings us to 11, which means any 4-pointer I can do right off the bat. So I put Lethe in because it keeps saying it's a precursor for something, but I don't know what. So an ink, I think, but we need to. I don't think I can do herbs and infusions. It's only a 3. It does, however, give me Lethe back, so that's good to know at least. I might have to get. Do we have one that has more than 3? I didn't think so. But yeah, all right, so we'll come back to that one later. And insects and nectars. Through the Enstrom terminal named Merakat, which I believe Enstrom terminal are the great inks. And I was right, Lethe. Okay, so we'll come back to this and then check the other ones out later. Hang on. We'll come back. We'll finish with that, but I want to see if we've got anything right to the roots. Okay, that's the 6-point liquid, which you could have probably used. Oh well. What else we got? Actually, what will happen is that we use stone stories for any of the 3-pointers. Didn't think that was. Why did? Oh, there's the cool story. It's not correct either. Jesus. Looks like it's the okay. So that's the last 2. So what we need to do, we need to grab 6-point liquid, and let's do a quick swap out. If it doesn't come up, we know to use Lethe. So we'll put Lethe up here. Then we will grab this, giving us a total of 15 right off the bat. So let's check to see what herbs and fusions does. Malachite, which is good to know. And the last one is stone stories. Scholar level recipe. I add it's apprentice level. Remains. Bone Earth. Is this an easier way to get... Oh. Okay, so we got a thing to do. I don't even know where to do it. Okay, so we need remains. We got these ones up here with the ridiculous amount of... Paragot's got 4. We can get this down into here. And stone stories. Paragot. Alright. That's remains right off the bat. Then we throw in health. And then we throw in stone story. We throw in anything that's got 1. Ooh. Memory, of course. Essential Paragot. That's really not helpful. God. Oh. Let's try something a little interesting. Let's put this here. It's 11. Grab another. There are 4, correct? Yeah. So if we grab another 4, we can do anything we do with the pairs and bring it in. So yeah. Background malachite. There we go. So we've gotten what we need here, but we all know what it is we truly need. Lethe. We need to go down here, which we'll remember. Do some cooking, shall we? Grab the bowls again. Right then. Now, does it allow remains? I mean, really shoulds, and that's what we do. We remains. But we're gonna have to rely on the pairs instead. Or the pairs right here. Okay, this is all gonna get interesting in a moment. Was it right to the roots? Did that? I don't remember off the top of my head. That's malachite. Okay, the other one. Wasn't this like the nectars? God, we gotta remember this one. It's vitally important. And I'm thinking it's also related to the Age of Stone, in which humans were, of course, the children of the moth, the Carapace cross. This is probably what's going to indicate as well. A bit pricey when it comes to this sort of thing, but we can replace all that. Okay. Now the question being, how do we replace it all? Now I've got this. Now, as long as I have that in wood, I think I can combine them over here. Shadow and wood. There you go. Now the pair gives us 9. We don't have an appropriate soul fragment though, but Lethe we certainly do, because this, all we need to do is generate 4 of those. So best way of doing that, I need a liquid plus that. Of course, liquid moon. You know how that comes about. Okay, so that would produce a total of 7. We'll need 3 more. You can actually use this once it's done with the new stimpling to produce the ink. We'll get to it in a bit. Anyways, I have so much things to experiment with Paragot. It's so idea's potential of being so fucking useful, and I just cannot. It has not been experimenting. Alright, so let's see what else we're doing today. Let's get this back into place. And just set by the water. We're going to need that later anyways. Okay, so still haven't decided if we're reading a book today. I don't believe I get into. Can't read that one anyways. Mackerel lemonade. Yeah, we have to decide which one. I think we're going to do a little more experimentation. But yeah, a little more experimentation in regards to these things. Oops, it's 3 seconds from now. So yeah, we're going to let things progress. Get Jeremy done. Timothy, I haven't called him Jeremy for how long? Sheesh. I'm slipping. Get nostalgic from our first year here. First day I show up, say, hey, what's up, Tim? My name's Jeremy. Right, Tim. Got it. Oh, God, those were the days. Anyways. Alright, then. We're only up to 3. Let's get you to 4. We'll need one of our health fragments in order to finish this, but we'll be able to finish it. Do not worry. Not gonna waste a day. There we go. That brings us up to 4. We just need 1 more on top of that, which we'll get from any one of our health fragments when we get it back. Genes will progress a little bit forward, and then I might, once we've gotten him stabilized, reconsider what we're doing today, because it is a lot of potential still sitting here on the board. Alright, first things first. Oh great, more quartz. And sea glass. And not super productive, mind you, but it was a day. Oh look, good, that's what I wanted. We need to replace, we're going to be doing a lot of feeding. Alright, so, meanwhile, when the next one comes up, we're going to be having to throw the health in so we can get our pairs back at the very least. And Lethe, of course. Oosh. Once we get the stimpling back. Actually, can we do this here? We can if I had a stimpling. Because we can do animal in 1. Oh, I can't do beverage though, so we'll need that. Okay, so let's get this stuff back into place. Alright, so more of the quartz. Yeah. Trying to take over here. Yeah, we did make some room back in the storeroom with all the fuel we've been burning lately. So there is that, at least. And I wanted to try something at some point. These are all considered one stone, and this thing up here takes stone, right? Yep, both ones will take stone. How much can we generate here is what I'm thinking. Could fit this here. Grab. See, any one of the Path and Pilgrim, for example. That brings us up to a total of 3. Then grab 2 pieces of stone. Yeah, I'm just going off script. I don't really even have a script. Viscavat's not. I only got plenty of those. Add a memory to recall something more powerful. Another old moment. Alright, we can do that. Alright, Path and Pilgrim. Yeah, this is us just going through, I think. Alright, Fur and Feathers. Got 3, but what's it really got? Viscavat's not. And this would also produce another one of the tortoises. Got it. For this one. Fault sign, Chimeric Livra, Earthquake name, we already got that one. Down. But this one. Yep, that one's just another old moment one. Think of power. What's this do? Parabrate. Ooh, we do want that one actually. By crushing a suitable leaf. Parabrate, I think that's the one with the 2 stone, 2. Double check this stuff. Pounds Gall. That's the one that say if you add a leaf, you get more. Asteronate. Yeah, I'm beginning to bet it's black stuff over here. Got it. Okay. Which, you know, isn't bad, and frankly, we've got enough of this stuff right here that I'm willing to do it. We gotta get another to replace that ink anyways. Okay, so. Still so much to do today. Hang on. A birthday, sort of. And back again. I'm sorry about all these stop and start, but there's so much going on, it's hard for me to keep track of things. So, at the moment, I'm thinking that we're going to be replacing the Lethe we use, because last time I checked, I was down to 1 Lethe, and we all know that I run by the rule 2. So, that's right, I'm a Sith alchemist, which we're the nicer ones, the ones that don't do human experimentation anyways. So, yes, I figured out how to do that would be to grab a midnight mark. I can also use a salt sign, but I find they can be used for rose-based material as well as a quick glass of water, which means, of course, we need to go over here. Well, the thing is, if I'm correct, actually, yep, we don't actually have to use the cup because a pitcher of water is only good for 2 cups, and since I'm not using it for drinking purposes and for role-playing purposes, I don't like to drink right out of the pitcher. God damn it, I'm not a barbarian. Okay, that took a second. We'll use the pitcher instead. Now, remember, we're about to replace this anyway, so thank you. Anyways, so yeah, let's head over down here to our usual spot for making liquids, the goddess statue. I know, it's kind of... The thing is, we're making a liquor ore, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. Now, obviously, I don't have a spare one with another moon, so we're going to have to do that and spend... And ironically, the skill I supercharged in order to be able to get access to the highest books for Winter and Moon is, ironically, boom. Also, if there's a Theoplasma out there, it's too bad this isn't a Theoplasma. If there's a Theoplasma, we'd already kicked its ass. But yeah, we make Lethe out of that with the clouds, and we got to use the clouds anyways for the end of the day. So yeah, let's hit it. All right. But I have other plans as well. Now, that's the pretty basic one to replace the Lethe. And really should organize this a bit better. But yeah, and we also eventually will get around to there once we have that, but we have a lot of things going simultaneously. Remember, we've got this one over here producing another stimpling. We're going to have to feed that, which is why I'm holding back on some of these soul fragments. And yeah, when you get the ink back, I've already determined what we're going to do with it. See, there's 1 nectar book left, I think. Let me double check that, but no, there's 2. This one, however, come on. This one is Rites of Root, but this one is the one that's important. So not only is it story related, the Cook prison records, another one of Governor Collins, in enhanced interrogations, as it were, because this is basically fantasy Gitmo we inherited here in the backyard. Um, it's also straight up insects and nectars. Now, insect and nectars is proven to be super useful because not only is this producing the Makash ink, it also produces the other. I believe it produces the other heavy, nectar one. So we're going to probably take both lessons there and dump them straight into that one. So, oh yeah, and it also does candles. I mean, really, what doesn't it do? All hail the Great Hive Mother, the Carapace Cross, the ancestress of humanity. Anyways, yeah, sometimes your gods don't look like the Roman pantheon. They're not, idolized humans just sitting around, I don't know, talking and screwing around. I mean, let's face it, the human-like pantheons tend to be the ones that cause the real trouble on a daily basis. It's only when you piss off the really old dark ones do you get into serious trouble. Speaking of which, you boy. Anyways, yeah, we've got to make sure we can get one of these recharged before we use him, but I have an idea of what to do with him while we're waiting. If you remember way back when, anytime I talk to him, he produces a random memory. I could use those. Alright, cool. Instantly need. Now, I'm probably want to save this. Where is it? The health plus. The health plus one's in use. Doesn't matter. No reason to so, but yeah. Now, we need this one in order to be able to replace the pairs? No. Oh, no. We need this one in order to talk to Timothy about it. There you go. Alright. Gonna definitely need water. Otherwise, I might actually have to drink whiskey. The horrors. Sigh. During reflection, earthquake name. We got most of these up except earth sign. Should I? Yeah, let's recharge earth sign just because we've got the opportunity. In fact, we can just use Fost for it. The one we just charged over there. There you go. Happy reading. God. I know, for game purposes, I have to read the same books over and over again, but in real life, I would have probably already lapped this library at least twice. Alright. Timothy. Excellent. You boosted to 5. I can get you... No, 4, because it counts twice the, yeah, 4. It counts twice. But in any case, let's get... serious. That's going to bring you to 10. Yeah, that's right. Timothy, sit down. I'm about to inject an earthquake into you. Yes, this will probably hurt. But I'll try to make it as pleasant as possible. Think happy thoughts. I'm evil, but I think I'm in a manageable evil. Unlike, the crazy evils. Okay. That's up and going. What do we want now? If we put chore in, and only that, we might need to... I'm trying to remember. Chore, right. We can use chore plus another memory. We could basically read Moonsake again. No. We'd have to read Storm memory again in order to get another one for that, and we can then purify the book down below. That's the last book we have. Doesn't require winter. I think we're doing that. All right. So in that case, chore goes in here. Start and... yeah, cash. There you go. Alright, so yeah, there's dinner. We're going to need another book read, so let's grab. Now I can actually use metal here because of the edge. Because we all know Eva always liked to be on the edge. And we'll need this book, the red book I have, which is an easy way to identify it. I may color coordinate later. Anyways, keep going. With that happening, and we'll have both the memories coming up at the same time, then we need to coordinate with the ink I just created. Or creating in the... yeah, I just realized something. I don't need to use the stone. All I need is... no, wrong one. It's a workbench with... oh, I love that. You get closer to the sea, it actually increases the sea sound. And, I'm all for it. Great sound design. 9 out of 10 at the moment. Might go higher. Might go back down to 8. I don't know. But it depends on what happens. God, we've got so much stuff flying around. What was I doing again? All right. Workbench. This one got earth in it? It does. I could pick both hourglasses here. Put the three earth skill here. Any salt. Put the forge fragment there and boom. I got it. Kind of interesting the way to do it, but it's doable. And also I think we might, since this earth's up here as well... yeah, I could do it up here as well. And even do a shaft with it. So, yeah. Stuff to be done. Stuff to be done. I know, I'm going super slow this episode, but I just savoring it all. Alright, so let's get the next stage of things completed, and we can work towards... Work towards the next stage of things. Yeah, it gets to you after a while, that heavenly chorus thing. Alright, so, with Jeremy. Jeremy's currently at 10. I need him at an 11, which I can't do until this fully recharges in a little less than a minute. But you know what I can do? I can just talk to him. Always, always happy to chat. You know, 45 seconds later, I'll have a random memory, which may or may not be useful, but since it's 0 cost to me, I'm not going to care that much. Next is going to coming up is the workbench, is the sculptor's bench up there, I think. And then, boom. Oh, 2, actually. Okay, the Stimpling, the new one. Hi, welcome to the world. I've created you, and now you are my responsibility, because I am not Victor Van Frankenstein or the vast majority of tech bros. I ain't making life to enslave it. I will be down here for regular feedings. Alright, so. Getting into a reptile house down there, but you know what? I'm fine with it. Utterly, completely. Oh, can't feed you until later. But once we're done in Timothy, Peribrate. Right. We'll need this in order to purify the... the last book we can do so. We've got to wait in the winter one, but yeah. This one, tool, right? Yep, tool and tool. So therefore, if we put, we can do 2, right, it's going to be easy as heck. Take horn and ivory, for example. Maybe we can find ships in here. All right, Slother and Shapt. Okay, so, right. On the other hand, we could. Let's grab the 2. Come on, you. Really? Let's grab the 2 we have here. That's 6, dude. Why are you... Oh, gods. All right, so let's pull you out. Put you in. This those knots quite easy. And of course, if we were put in another 4 points, we'd get a 4-point memory, which is kind of redundant. But yeah, I love the fact we have sacrament acetate created by this thing. We don't actually have the level 2 one, which is hilarious to me. But yeah. Secret threshold, egg. The egg. Oof. It's probably something else interesting, but in order to do that, we would have to basically double back to here. Now, I have eggs. See. Got earth on it, so yeah, not a problem. Let's put horn and ivory in. Let's put Shapt in. At least get this one cleared out, because that seems to be the theme at the moment. Also, Grace Hunch. We'll need, my favorite tea. We don't have, since we're not actually producing this one, we don't actually have to serve. That puts us at 10. And then just grab any egg. Grab the gull egg. Chimeric lava. Yeah, you already got one of those. I don't know if we need 2 of them. What does the larva... What's the larva stats? And I know the larva can be hatched, probably. I just haven't dedicated any time to it. Also, where the... Oh, there you are. 2, 2, 4. Ooh, gods. Being able to generate 4 moth right off the bat. Is this got moth into it? It does. Ooh. Being able to generate 8? Is it totes worth it? It's going to basically cost me some tea, that I got enormous amounts out of, and, Curious Hunch. Curious Hunch is easy enough to regenerate back. Chimeric Larva... Yeah, I think I'll do it. Let's do. Alright then. Let's grab that gull's egg again. Okay, so roll up to the cages, which has been one of the most useful ones. So, in hindsight, when you're in the late game, this is going to be one of the spots that you want to uncover to get what you need. Okay, so where is it? Horn and Ivory. And Curious Hunch. Chimeric Larva. So we got all but whatever the earth one is. Let's check to see. It's probably earthquake name or possibly the tortoise. We'll get there eventually. Anyways, this one, however, the Big Egg Day. Good for a birthday. In some cases, I think it's like Eastern Europe. You'd have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think eggs are in association with birthdays in some folk traditions. Just my knowledge of that area is very poor, as my failed attempt to explain Romania in the back in Secret World kind of demonstrates. All right, cool. There you go. Things are working out. Things are working out. Let's get this knocked in. All right, so we've got Boston Whist left if we want to play with anything. Getting the could we in fact use this to get a Curious Hunchback? Possibly. We didn't need a 4. Okay, 4. A memory, which would be 5. And this one's Enduring Reflection's less useful than Curious Hunch. That would be 5 plus one of these is that. We need to get. Yeah, we could do it pretty easily. All right, so let's think about it. All right, so in order to do it, let's get the. Which one can we use here? Not in use, and neither one of these can do it. Can the Forge do it? Maybe, maybe not. Nope, afraid not. I'll have to wait on that. Oh well, it's a thing that happened. Right, we're not even at dusk yet. All right, get some stuff done here. We've got to check out that ink, which I'll be using to knock out that book tomorrow. Which, you know, come on. All right, so we have 7 by the time. Yep. All right, we're good. This is the Encostium Terminae, one of the great inks. Use it use it with your journal to record a history and fulfill your reason for coming to Hush House. Maracat. The Encostium Terminal of the 5th history. The color of principle that once occupied the place the heart does now. Now, if you saw Hush House 3, you know the answer to that one. Give you a second to think about it. But yes, the heart replaced Moth. Moth was the Carapace Carce's biological template, but in order to have a more intelligent species with the extra glory of the Watchmen doused on the Carapace Cross to make them human, what happened to them is that they had to create a god of the heart to create a system that would pump oxygen-rich blood that the new advanced brain would require. In the 5th history itself, the cult of Maracat was everywhere suppressed, but it's sometimes been venerated otherwise. So yeah. Now remember, we have 3 inks. One is based on the principle of the lantern, another on the Forge, and this is on the Nectar. This actually reflects the universes in some degree, and the different variations of how society can go. We live, for example, in this universe, in our universe, in a lantern-based one. Why do I say that? Because thought is the reason. Lantern's corrupted light. It is not the nurturing sun, because that has been destroyed. It's the remaining light of intellect, logic. You know, the right-wingers will go on and on about it online. But yeah, logic, reason, tradition, just constructs. I mean, in our world, we fight over ideas, nationalism, philosophy, religion, economics, and we always fight for which idea is dominant. Really hasn't been much helpful. Forge-based reality, which we're not in, would probably be more of a technological-based one, post-humanism with technology integrated with the flesh. Nectar one would be more like a Bosk version, if you remember Bosk from the upgrades, which would be a virulent green world in which we are probably back in the Carapace Cross or more nature-attuned stuff, not this softer flesh, and we're living within a world in which the manipulation of biology itself is the principle that we all go by. I want to see what the other 2 are. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, this is where we are. Now, of course, like I said, we'll be using this in order to... All right. And Lethe. All right, we got a bunch of stuff to return. But first... Yeah, there we go. Okay, Memory Storm. Bingo. And Quar. Quar, Chor, not exactly sure. Kind of like Quar better for pronunciation purposes, though it's probably horribly wrong. Okay, Quar, let's get the book we want. Last book we can purify at this time before I, come up with a winter-based ink, because I'm betting that's one of them. Death-based world. probably going to figure on that one it's going to be unoccupied, or at least sparsely populated. Some Ice Age reality, I'm guessing. All right, so boom. Sure. This. Okay, the ink. That's 7. Let's put this in place. Mastery. And now we need the actual skill itself, which is... I got my brain there a second ago. Right, I remember now. Okay, it is... Lift with Dice Curse. There we go. Boom. Purify! Purify me. Alright, so I'm actually considering dropping these tools here because I've been using this one down here more often. Anyways, okay, let's get the Lethian ink in place. We're going to need that tomorrow, the ink. Give me a moment. Alright, ink. Green ink now. Yeesh. Good stuff. Small stuff I'm really not using these days. Alright, and that's pinoculate. Ooh, we have 2 of them. No eagle. Oh god, I'm going to have to keep... Keeping track of all of this is becoming interesting. I'll tell you that much. Ink being, of course, one of the primary... Oops, sorry. Gifts for the librarian. Not exactly a, primary powers of the librarian. You have books, we have ink, we have memories. Good god, this library is a freaking powerhouse, and I gotta say this, there's a reason why staying the librarian is one of the options in the ending. It is not the bad ending either. Rather than, now, I'm going to say this. When you alter the timeline at the end of the game here, I don't think you change our timeline, or the timeline in this game. You go to another timeline. The 5 histories all exist, and there's multiple variations of them. All you have done is not change this world, but change your quantum state to match another world. But why go? I mean, look at the level of power the Curia is wielding at this point because they've mastered alchemy. And there will be more power as we unlock more of Hush House's potential. Hush House wants a guardian, and we'll get into this at the end during the year review recap, okay? But, meantime, let's get Timothy out and ready. All right, Timothy. Regret. Oh, well. We all have regrets. Not sure I can use that, but it exists. I'll bring it to 11. That's basically, I'm ready to lend my limbs. We've come to the conclusion that I'm strong for the lantern because I'm no longer a hologram, but I probably came in pretty spindly and all the boosts into health are helping, but we're probably still below average when it comes to strength. All right, so when that all going on, we're approaching the evening, and we have regret, which is not really useful. We have to ask ourselves, what are we going to charge up next? Because we've got one last shot here. And what do we need? What do we want to experiment with? We still need the pairs. Look at alright, so the pairs best shot is used to health here. Also, we could definitely use more water. There you go. Which, if I need to, I'll pull out. But, okay, so that one's gone. Now, over here, which one do we want to do? Now, we have 2 winter off the bat. Could we actually do that book? That's an interesting scenario. Sorry, pulled back too far. The book requires 7 winter in order to heal and the appropriate skill. Do we have an appropriate skill? Let's go test the books to be able to do that. That's 5 right off the bat. I don't think I have a winter-based ink. I think I don't even know if they exist. And yeah, nothing's glowing for the winter-based ink, which is annoying. We don't have a winter tool either, so we'd have to have a skill that would have winter in it. Now, since these are infestations, let's go check out what infestation hearing looks like. We'll get it eventually. Once I find one of these, I can find all of them. Resonance test, which is what I'm calling it when they all glow when you touch something related. There we are. All right, so the ones we have are String, Stone Stories, Perkinets, keep going. Hill and Hollow. I don't think any of these have winter, unfortunately. Hill and Hollow does not. Powerful, though. Remembrance does not. Surgery, none of these. So I'm not actually greatly surprised. Yeah, my thought would be that they'd make this as difficult as possible. So we cannot do so until we have a more powerful memory or upgrade whist. Here's what it is, or we find another ink, which is another possibility. I should start experimenting with winter at this point. We've got a decent amount I can generate. But yeah, he'll be ready in 30 seconds to be able to handle that. And experimenting with winter. What do you think? Let's grab. Right, so we need winter now. Now this is only not going to give us the big ones, just the 10s. The tier 2, as it were. Wait, hold on. Where do we start? Scene, no. Inks of containment. Okay. Mix with a beverage. That's Lethe, basically. It's also Solomon's preparation. That's what I should be generating. Why am I not getting that? Die. Don't know if you can put flowers in this one either. Yeah, god damn it. Sorry, I keep knocking the table. But yeah, flower, Solomon's preparation. What happens? What is Solomon's preparation? It's a beverage, right? Solomon's preparation should have something here of it. There it is. Alright, so yeah, we need to figure this one out. Solomon's preparation. It can, since it's a liquid. What has it got? Moon. I don't know if this would work. No soul, unfortunately. What about... Alright, so let's just actually... Let's take this one step at a time. Alright, so... remains in beverage. I mean, this would be great for it, but it doesn't have the right things. It's got... Yeah, remains. Can't put the whist in it because it doesn't have a matching. Can we put remains on altars? I mean, it makes sense to me that you could do that, but no, you can't. No sacrificing. God damn it. Why didn't you let me sacrifice something? I'm going to sacrifice. God. Well, they're already dead, so it's more of a burnt offering coming in rather than a sacrifice. But, you know, apparently they're not into it. So, yeah. This generates 5 right off the bat before it comes to winter. So, let's start at the beginning again. The inks of containment will not give me what I need, unfortunately. It keeps thinking I want to use, bloody hell, why, what, gods. I mean, if I were to put in a beverage at this point, I've got 12, yeah. If I could find a place that would take us. So next. Sorry, nope, you don't produce anything that I know of. Putrefacitions and classifications, Yagal ink. Wait, why does not Yagal ink? Oh, what the hell is it? Do I not have Yagal ink? Am I out of Yagal ink? Gall. Uzalt Pernoculate. Yeah. Why does that produce 2 nectar and no freaking Pernoculates? I mean, okay. Gods. So strange. And yeah, Uzalt gods. No, go back. Pernoculate, yeah, this one. And I mean, whatever the hell, but ooh. You know, I have thoughts. How would I be able to do that, though? Ugh, gods. I don't think I can do that right now. So yeah, let's keep going. Maybe we'll find something useful. I know. Going on and on and on. Anyways. This is how you manage things. Alright, Angriu. Great. Chilling Draught. This will produce Solomon's. Okay, that's cool. Also, you're a heart. Interesting. Okay, so. Grab Ragged Crossroads. Bittersweet Certainty. Also, Solomon's Preparation. We're making some progress. Right, if you throw in remains, we make the essential paragot. Ooh. What happens if I... Oof. Sorry, thoughts. Paragot. Alright, so... That's why Rhyme and Remembrance is one of the more important ones at some level, once I figure out how to use it properly. Okay, so what else we got? Sights and Sensations... Guyu, Ethereal, Ecurial, Undiscovered, Undiscovered. That's going to be another Solomon's preparation. Bittersweet Certainty, and Essential Paragot. Alright. The thing is, what happens if I toss in this? You know? 13, we can do this again. That's right, there's the year tally one, which remember is the 3-point winter sign. It's a thing that exists, so okay. Yeah, let's see about this. Nope. Just curious. Toss them all back in to make sure. Year tally. Okay, easy enough. Not year tally. Interesting. Alright, but at least we're getting somewhere with this. Is that it for winter ones? Yes, so. Alright, so is this a tool? Please tell me it's a tool. Also, did we miss a cup of tea here? God knows how cold it's been at this point. Not a tool, unfortunately. Oh well. I'll need that later. God, it's matures into useful. But anyways, yeah. Sorry about all of that, but it's just me poking around again. Alright. So, with all of that, let's get Jeremy's task over with, and I've got stuff to do. Beverage. But these beverages are my power. Alright. There you go. Ooh. Yeah, also, got 2 of them here already. Get in there. There you go. Solomon's back up here. Lethe goes here. God, we got a lot of stuff. Let's get this bag of unmentionable remains back into the morgue. Don't like how it looks at me sometimes. Alright. Okay then. Alright then. Finally. We'll work aside together and we'll finally get that damn staircase undone. Oh gods. It's been so long. Right then. Grab a shovel. Or a hourglass, I guess. Go. Serpent scales whisper in stone. Serpent eyes glitter in the pale moonlight. Yet we cannot use knock. I find that illogical. Now that we have 2 remaining, do we have any lenses? Do we need to replace the lenses? No, both lenses are intact. I guess we're just kind of chilling at this point. Could grab something to look at it. And also, it's just something I want to do with winter. Let's see. This one's got winter. We can use Whist, we can use Foss to really shoot it up, but doesn't increase anything. Actually, yeah, let's grab this, grab that. Get in there. That's right off 5 winter. Can't do leaves, can I? Nope. Sigh. Well, ooh, I know what we need. No, we don't need that. Problem is I've got most of these going, but I cannot quite get that, can't get the, Curious Hunchback again until tomorrow. So, you know what we can do? We're short on cash. Dear gods, just, do some work. And last but not least, we'll look at a single item. And I think somebody mentioned... Yep, the Glinting Cranial Trskowski. Alright, whatever that is. While all of us come to this condition in the end, not all of us are fortunate enough to be lovingly buffed and fixed to a stylish wooden stand. Alright, hit it. Let's go. And yeah, we're not going to be able to... there's no way we're going to be able to save this memory. But we got it for free. Easy come, easy go. And we're not going... What are we recharging anyways? Oh, might use that. I don't know about if we're gonna be enough time to use it for heart or to be able to use it for the to recover the pairs. All right, pause. Boom, done. Tuchamark Lavra. We'll play with those later. But yeah. All right. So what I could just feed the beast when I get the thing back. I mean, that wouldn't be unpleasant to them. And thank God we can start using the stairs. All right. So you guys should be closer to the hive mother. No. Although keep that in mind for the future. The hive mother. Hey, look, they're flanking the honey, the sacred honey. Honey is sacred, by the way. It's one, if you were honestly going to use something, a foodstuff within magical usage, honey would be among the top. Something has tucked a glinting lens into its eye socket. There's no sign of cranial trauma. Rule that as a cause of death. Ah, somebody's stuck lens. All right, cool. Whoops, hang on. Forgot about that part. Yeah, we got a third Daraday lens. I'm sure we'll find a use for it sometime. Just, you know, put you over here. I gotta make more of those so I can use them for grail unlockings. All right, so that was a day. That was a hell of a day, really. All right, so we need to do some rearranging here. Let's get this one up here. I think this is a 18. Wow. All right, cool. Actually, this should go over here. I think, yep. 16, yep. And among the 18s. Wow. All right, so yeah, the books are back to full. We'll be there in a minute. There's sixpence. Good to know. What we got anyways? All right, so. Health. All right, so what should we do with the health? I don't think we have time to pump anything. So let's feed a beast. All right, let's grab the hungry stifling right here. Put him there. Grab the last egg. Oh, geez, we'll have to do some serious egg work tomorrow. Feed him. Might be able to get that done before the night runs out. All right, so yeah, this is what we got. Hidden Stare. After Brulow's retirement in 1861, the Curia found itself short of promising candidates until the arrival of William Harris, the sixth one, by the way, a former Dutch Lutheran priest, which is why he had the Mider's hat, which is what threw me off, and sometime correspondent of Stanislav Schleyer. He had been a missionary in the Dutch East Indies until his faith was lost and transmuted into devotion to St. Agnes at the Gate, which you remember from the Priest DLC, is actually the mother of ants in a Catholic form. Many gods have Catholic forms, and those Catholic forms have sometimes gone back to their pagan roots, like in the Afro-Caribbean or synchronization, or the Mesoamerican synchronization, like the Black Virgin of Guadalupe, which is an Aztec goddess that took a Christian form. He won his position by representing the Curia with a key long lost. It was the key to this very stair. Only naive would assume the key was a tangible object. That's the thing. It's the key we have upstairs in the spare bedroom. But yeah, this was the day. Okay. And we're gonna feed the hungry beast, and then we're gonna have to think about trying to make a second tortoise so we can pull a shit ton of scale should we need it. Now, I know today I did a lot of back and forth trying to deal with the implications of what we have for our higher level, higher tier alchemy, but God, we made some serious progress with that. This is our next target, which means we're gonna need memories based on nectar and moon. That should be difficult. We might concentrate quite a bit. We're gonna do the book tomorrow. But yeah, ooh, race for the dawn when it comes to feeding the beastie. What the animal can't appreciate it, unfortunately. It's an animal. It's limitation. The Stifling might have some level of intelligence. It does understand that we are a provider, and we did it just in time. Excellent. Oh god, we did it like in 5 minutes. 5-minute nap again. Oh dear gods. Get that knocked out. And sunny, which is going to be a thing. Right then. We got stuff to do. All right then. So, yeah. Of course, we're going to need to burn. All right, I'll do my planning off screen because you've already seen me do a lot of work so far. Okay, and we are back. And I have a few thoughts, but first things first, we know what we want to do. We want to get the prisoner's records one. Now, in order to do that, we need to use Nana's desk up here, because it's one of the few that has nectar attached to it. Let's grab our specialized ink. Now, I'm not going to replace it immediately because the whole point of this is to getting the ink easier. But that produces 7 of the 12. The accounts by Governor Collins, Private Secretary of Interventions and Experiments in the last years, which means it's going to be the worst. In the Cucubrit prison, focusing particularly on prisoners who believes might have Caribous Cross lineage. Or, since we have discovered that... There you go. Since we've discovered that the Carapace Cross are a precursor to humanity, what he basically means that people who have thicker Carapace Cross ones. Now, that's actually going to include the DLC Exile, by the way, because remember, he was supposed to be the god of 2 of the gods of... I mean, the lineage of the 2 of the gods of stone. Essentially, what that means... There you go. That means that he had a strong Carapace Cross energy, which is why he was so much tougher, because the earlier precursors... In order to exchange for the intelligence that was granted by the lanterns, the glories within humanity, there always has to be a sacrifice. And that sacrifice was the physical endurance of the older blood. So essentially, mankind had to make objects to become more invested in the forge. And if you recall, the person who made the forge was, in fact, the Watchman. So that means that he did that to make them more dependent. That's how it works. Sure. You've got tech, but who owns the tech? And do you need the tech? Do they own you? Anyways, let's see what this is about. Anyway, okay. So, on top of all of that, let's get these 2 books read. Now, the quickest way is to... So we've got these secondaries for the most part. Let's get this minor one of both. Tryst and Boss. Or Whist, actually. I'm not really using Whist a lot. Alright. Now, these are going to be used with Earth Sign in order to be able to increase the insects and nectars from level 3 to level 4, which is going to increase the nectar by 1, which means it's going to be slightly easier to create the next batch of ink, which is part of the whole plan. Now, I'm caught up on my Harmony stuff. Oh god, the stuff to go into Harmony at the end of the episode is going to be huge. But we do need to get our most favorite... and most used persistent memory, Curious Hunchback, up and going. Now, one of the easiest ways to do that, well, I think that counts as a pigment, unfortunately. Nope. Alright, so, grab this. We're going to need 2-point memory for that, so let's grab Pattern, which is going to be Just Verse. Grab Just Verse. Now we can use the Fost. Well, switch it out here. There you go. And of course, now I'm holding off on using metal for getting cash because we're going to be using up one of the Squeeze-It boxes, so we might as well. Come on. Grab this. We grab metal. We grab... Not metal. Ooh, not this one. Okay, so... No, we need to grab the Squeeze-It bottle. No. Beverage. There we go. Sorry. Let's grab my favorite tea now. Apparently I'm into Second Flush, which is just a different flavor, not weaker. Found that out. Awesome. I'm glad that you guys fill me in some of the stuff I'm missing. Alright, so let's grab that. Let's grab Glassworks. Let's grab Forge. Yep, so we don't have to burn one of the shaft ones, just in case. We'll need that for later. Yeah, okay, so there's that. Beginning process of that to replace the one we're about to use. So, yeah. What else? Oh, the usual. Any more than that, unfortunately. We are really low on water today. And collection. We need wood. Always need wood, so... Now... Vet, I guess. I'm not really doing a lot with vet at the moment, so we will just... Here, practice your language while you're walking. Now, I may not do the beachcombing today. Just because the only ones I can use would be Tris plus, Health plus, or the one I just used out there. So yeah, we're good. Meanwhile, can't use any cat's claw, unfortunately. So, but up here, which would, there's a chance of getting an egg, although I don't think we're going to do so again. Use up Fost or Health. Health's going to be too useful. Fost has kind of been sitting on the sidelines here, so hit it. Okay then. 13. Maybe a bit of a pain to do. I mean, we might have to get this done, but now we got to concentrate on the more powerful ones. Now, might just tackle up here, because we've got so much generation of knock, it's ridiculous. Yeah. I could summon Jeremy with one shaft, chance him with another shaft to make him 3, then basically drop both the calcitate and the. Yes, I mean, why not? This is our anniversary one, so let's work Timothy hard, shall we? Means, of course, we'll be producing a shit ton of amphials, which means we probably should get started with that. Yeah, that works. I think we put this one in, put metal in here. Just need. Yeah, actually, thinking. What do we have? A pit in here. Nothing there. I like fooling around, trying to figure out different combinations. Can't use liquid, but what can we use? Where's the storeroom? Wow. Guess we are really short and stuff. But yeah, what would we use? Oh, the U-blank would work. If we had it. I think I used it up already, though. I did. I don't think I can use the key, unfortunately. I have an evil thought. This produces 3 right off the bat. So, what would happen? Can we get one of the skills to fit in here that we can use? The combination? Come on. Lockworks, can it fit in there? No. Can any of the others that are important? No. Wow. I was kind of hoping we had. I have no idea what this even does. Can this even work? Oh my god, it can. Oh, wow. We can fit any soul fragment into this one, can't we? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. All right. Better not consume the key, however. Oh, my goodness. We now... Okay. That's a little... It makes perfect sense. This is a hole in time space. If we have the ability to control it with the key, that's pure knock energy. All right, this just get started. I want to... Sheesh. I will endure that sound for this. I will. Oh my gods. Key. The key can be used... Oh my god. We have much to think about. All right. So, with all that, let's see what we got. All right, then. That happened. Oh, gods. Ooh, we need to play with some tryst. What do we got? Does also desires. You know, let's grab the goddess stat. Come on. Grab the goddess statue. It tends to be most versatile with this. What do we got? We don't actually have a 10. Ooh. Whoa, what? If we can put this on mark. Well, first of all, we do need a midnight mark, so we may actually burn this for replace the one we did before once we were done here. Okay, so we don't have a lot of wood, unfortunately. Where would could we do that? Do we have wood enough? Or is it? No, it's ton. We only have 1 piece of wood. That is the powerful one. I don't think we can even fit in here anyways. So we'd have to figure that one out. But yeah, what else can we do? Marshal? Hang on, let me get this out of the way. If there's anything else. Yeah, Edict's in volatile. What's that do? That produces Solomon's preparation. We're got that one down. Edict's Marshal. Ooh, for Scarlet, add a memory and find an even better, bitter dream. Okay. We need to produce another 10, and I need any memory that will fit here. Now, I could put in enduring memory here, reflection, or we can just grab another one. What I can do, oh yeah, what I can do. Let's grab Midnight Mark. There. That goes in there. Then we grab the last water we have over here, because we're really behind. Let's see what that produces. The fuck is a Woodward Dream? Do I want this now, or do I want to wait till I have a better option during reflection to use something other than during inflection? We can even, if we wanted to, 2-pointer plus 1 for the water. Yeah. I don't know what Woodward Dream is, but we're going to find out. It's absolutely new. So what we're going to do is grab Moon's Egg. Oh my God, put the couch. The couch is not just supposed to go through the door. Oh, gods. Get where you're supposed to be, all right? No, no, no. I do not believe that. Oh, gods. Moon's Egg, where are you? Oh, we're already using that. Hush Lectures, Intuition. Okay. Plus, we'll use herb here. That's going to be Trist. All right. Cool, cool, cool. We'll need Shapt in a moment, so let's get started. All the important stuff. I mean, I feel good. I just feel good. I don't know. I love this game. It invigorates me a bit. I like the challenge, which is why... Oh, right, you. Okay, so, first things first. I said... Alright, you've got one already. 12 of the others. What can I do here? Could give him a candle, but it's a bit of a waste. During reflection, also a bit of a waste. You know... I need the Shap for something else, but... What else we can produce? Food, light... Tool. I don't have the right tool, unfortunately. You know what? Dude, I don't think we have knock food, so... Knock food. Alright, so... Never know. Nope, no knock food. Can, however, grab... This plus... Alright, no, screw it. If we're going to do anything, the Moth Orchid, we can replace it. Right, grab a Moth Orchid. Candle. Instead of having to use up a soul fragment. Alright, so... Ooh, do we have one left? Not. Ah, that's interesting. Check down here. Okay, I think I put some stash down some here. I'd hate to actually take it from the goddess, but, you know, I'll return them. In service to the gods. So, there we go. Put it up to 3 there. Alright, one Moth Orchid coming up, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so we would need glaciers. Can we do that? The candle, we're creating one, but how do we put in stuff? Alright, so we'd have to... Where is the beeswax? What is it again? Sorry, so much going on. We would need a moth and... Now this one goes in here pretty easily, but this doesn't, fortunately. So, we would need something else. Now, this one, I don't think we'll be able to fit it in, because, yeah, it doesn't have either knock or that. Oh, there's insects and nectars. Never mind. I forgot. The skills sometimes rearrange themselves. Insects and nectars. That. Any soul fragment that's appropriate. Ooh, this one's not appropriate? Health is. Alright, so I guess that's where it's going. And we get the Moth Orchid. There you go. I'll replace it in no time flat. There you go. I will not cheat the gods of their offerings. It usually ends up poorly, you know? Just look at any phase of any sort of mythology. So, we're going to need the acritite. Oh, God. What is it called again? Sacrament Asite. Asite. Sight to behold. That's better. Still hate it there. Alright, you know this stuff. You know what it does to you. Puts your brain between worlds, and that's where I need you. Time for you to clean up what your peeps did. Alright, so... Actually, you know what? Probably need this shaft in a bit. Except we are so low on water. Alright. Oh boy. Well, this is the first crazy minute. Get those memories in place. Handle. Oops, forgot to pause. Another memory. Alright, this all means... Okay, first things first, give the gods their due. Just don't cheat the gods. They don't like it. They've been cheated so many times throughout life by humans that think they're clever, that they actually enjoy teaching limitations of mortals. I mean, teaching mortals our limitations. God, couch. The couch. Screw it, you're going back through the wall. Now, finally, I love that couch, but it is so difficult to do sometimes. We have unlimited ampoules now. Oh my god. I've become even more powerful. Right, okay. So now that you're high as a kite, let's give you a vortex manipulator to be able to control the flow of time in a limited fashion. I'm sure this won't bite me in the ass anyway. Jesus. Life is weird. Alright, so... Right. Chapped. Actually, pause for a second. Let's get some stuff done here. Alright, first things first. We need... Chapped. Pattern. Ampoule. And preliminal meter. I think this is in the second tier for upgrading, simply because it would make the putting those out faster. And yeah, we're going to need that at some point. But yeah, of course, there you go. Because we're going to be doing a lot of shaft-related stuff in the near future. Oh my god, that key. Key is so freaking valuable right now. It feels a little dangerous to be carrying it, in fact. Alright, so we need that tryst. Because we're going to grab insects and nectars. Tryst. Intuition. There's sign. Oh, we don't have the lesson yet. Never mind! Actually need to finish reading the book. Anyways, speaking of which. Come on. Oh, 2 prisoners suspected of Honoric crimes. Raic crimes? Are encouraged to access... Oh. Sky. Honor is... Oh, God. We know honor as... Honoroscope, you see. Yeah, it's picking omens from the sky. Inner carapace cross tendencies develop the attributes of the Sigazalkine sickle-form pseudo-crustacea. Regrettably, lose the ability to breathe air. One dies. That's because they're aquatic, you idiot. Colors releases the others into the sea. Oh, you freaking idiot! I just want to punch him so badly sometimes. He's probably quite dead. Maybe we should... Ooh. Shard chamber. Maybe that's tomorrow. But in the meantime, we need to do some stuff. Alright, so... Can we produce 10? Need to produce, in order to replace across gourd, this stuff. We're going to need another one of the... No. Curvinite. Curvinite requires glass blowing. Requires 6. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah, I'm talking like God from Control. This might be a bad sign. Easy peasy. Going to disappear just like last year's rain. Alright. Oh. Oh, no, wrong one. It's got to be the other one, unfortunately. So lockpicks. Curvinite. Yep. Hit it. When we get the shaft back, we'll be able to do the Place the vortex manipulator. But we also need to replace the acetate. And we still need to use the Trist for... I was hoping to use it for this one. You know what we can do? Ooh. Oh, no. Don't want to do that. Don't want to go too far off. We'll figure it out. We'll do that one soon. Yeah. All right. So which one should we regenerate? Health. Why? Because we have to get more water. Eesh. Hit it. Sigh. You blank. Excellent. It's useful now, but I'm still not going to say it's a bad thing. I don't want any more orphan chicks. Sorry, I've got too many gulls already, but you know, I can fit a third one on the roof. That won't be an issue. Welcome to the world. Sorry your mom died. Hmm. 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 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we do this without? Don't mind me thinking out loud. All right, so right here we go. And over here, we'll just drop off the U-blank. "15 knock, by the way. The man is between worlds. My acolyte has pleased me." A sign outside the cell reads, "Warning, not to be spoken with nor looked upon. The protections that still hang in the air lend force to this injunction." Let's hit it. Hang on 1 second. Oops, I gotta pop off for a bit. Hang on. I know, cliffhanger. And we are back. Okay, so let's give this a try. I've got 10 seconds left before the book is completed, and then we can at least get the next level on insect and nectars up there going, which is going to make making ink easier, which is going to be probably what we need. Again, we're experimenting. Now, Collars describes how he successfully induced an unstable carapace larva to develop into a greater form using insects and nectars techniques in the context of considerable moon aspect to awaken that what would rather be hidden. He hopes that similar techniques are used to expedite moral development of prisoners. I don't think turning them into bugs helps, Kohler. That's going to replace the impulse we got before, but we did get the 2 lessons. But what that does mean is that he may have explained how we get the larva to work. So, Collars, you're maybe a mad scientist, but you might be helpful. Okay, so how would we do this? So it's a beast. Beast does fit here, for example. Remembrance goes here. Memory, material, flower, I'm thinking. Okay, so insects are going to increase anyways, but... Okay, so right now we can generate 3 with the with 2 with the soul, which is 5. The larva produces 7, which means it produced another 8. Doing that between a memory and the remembrance or whatever we choose to use is going to be a bit rough. So the flower's going to give us 2 at most. That's definitely not. We don't have a memory with 6 in it, and gonna bet don't have a decent. We don't know. We got a couple of options here. This is considered that, but it's only a 2. Not super helpful, unfortunately. This is 1 worse. And this right here. Ooh, I don't know how to replace it though. It's also 2. Gods. Can do it. It can't. Now I need to find something to carry whatever this is. It's a liquid. So if it's a liquid and a pigment, do we? Oof, now I gotta mentally think where we're gonna drop a liquid. I don't think it's here. Pigment. We do have pigment. So I don't know if I'm gonna straight up use this. It's like I can't replace the wash here, but I think I'm gonna see if it does unlock this. Right, so that goes to here. Grab insects. God, this one is such a useful skill. Triss goes there. Brings us up to 11. All right, so what we need now is, well, the larva, of course. Oh, we can't use that. This, oh, because it's not animal, it's own. But that's pigment. Oh, God. So I don't think any of these carry moon, because it's very masculine energies up here. So, yeah. Excuse me. The shrine of the moon down here, does that take pigment? No. Does it take pigment? It takes material, but not pigment. How about you? Oh, which is good, but the other one. Two memories. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to start increasing insects and nectars to make this considerably easier. But we will remember this is how we raise up. I mean, it's kind of logical. If you want to increase the actual insect, what you're going to do is you're going to, you know, use the insect skill. Now, meanwhile, let's get that done. Get back up there. Insects and nectar goes into here. Drop in. Let's see. Get you here. You here. Memory. It's definitely the right impulse. I mean, right type of memory to use. Confounding parable, and intuition. Boom. Another fruit plucked from knowledge's tree. There you go. Get you up to level 5, but it's going to have to wait till tomorrow as we don't have anywhere near that. And also, I got to figure out where the hell we're doing this. Okay, well, that's done. And let's get this into its new home. I don't think we're going to be able to fit it in here. Too big. All right, so that goes there, I guess. Again, we're going to have to do some rearrangement. Speaking of which... Still can't get those ones done. All right, so all of this is now done. I figure we're going to do with that, if anything. Losing one's not going to be a huge issue. I'm curious, though. All right, so do we have... I'm curious. This one, that one. Oh, we don't have a soul fragment. What am I talking about? There's no way of knowing what I can get until I get a soul fragment. Oh, well. Getting that relatively soon. 24 seconds here and 16 seconds here. So we'll be waiting on that. Is that moving? Excellent. Get that back to regular speed. I don't know if health's going to work with that one, though. Okay, so what we definitely do need... What do we need? Plus Sunny, plus Bird Feathers. Yeah, might as well get Plus done. Recharge that, would you? Health is up and running, which means you can probably, using Earth Sign, get, do we have the wood, though, for the pears? Because I think, do we have a U-blank still? We do. Right, we can probably do this. Easiest way is here. Thorns. And you produce another 6. That's pretty easy. So, does this allow remain? It does. So, Target's been holding for a year now. We also got 2 in the other laboratory. That's a quick 10. You just throw this in. Don't even need a memory. Yum yum. Magic pears made from congealed remains and wood. I can't imagine anything else I want to eat. Which, ironic is that these things are actually eat one pair. It'll last you a day. Oi. Alright, so this is shot. Again, what are we going to do with it? Oh, we got a bunch of things to restore. Like this one's going to give us Gerbanite, but that means you can probably take the Gerbanite and I don't think we can put metal up here. Let's that back. Right. Okay. Hold on to this for the 22 seconds we need here. Okay. But meanwhile, what should we cover with bed? Now, the thing is, I wanted to, we didn't have to use earth sign, so I don't need to regenerate that either. Wow. Okay. So, enduring reflection, we've got Curious Hunch coming up. That's pretty much most of our endurant memories. Don't have enough to bring the Nectar's insects back up. So, yeah. Gotta check. Quite guys, that's only so many places I did that. There. Anyways, so whoa. Now this one only requires me bring up to this one. Weird thought. Is that, yep, that allows me to use anything I want to for soul fragment. So we got to keep those in mind, those wild card ones. But we also need, ooh, we have pigment. Oh, this actually would work. But it's got to be a memory attached to it as well. So we might as well just stick that back in there and ask ourselves, memory can we stick in here? Then stick this. Does Wormwood Dream? Thoughts. I have. All right. So now as for pains, I'll bring up to 7. Don't have a memory. 3. Any moon in it? Yeah, they may have to wait on this one. I need the shaft elsewhere anyways. So let's just let that roll. We need one of our 2 shaft production facilities. Main production facility. Not level. That should make things considerably easier when it comes to cooking. Find me. Oh, bloody hell! Forgot to cycle this. The sunny one's already up and going. Let's see if we want to. Can you do a single tryst? No, let's get the big tryst in. We can work towards producing that. Wormwood Dream, whatever it's called. Water is low. We've got another one. There we go. All right, room. Oh, let me get this one finished off first. I'll be right there with you, Timothy. And check out the last cell and see what we can find. All right, guys. Everybody chill. Curious Hunch now in play. Excellent. The question is, of this, what do we produce? We cannot whoa, there's actually, wait a second, yep. This actually makes more sense to work with. Okay. So here's my thought. We need to produce, we're going to need a lot of Blast Finger Toxin. I'm down to 1, so that becomes the priority. Liquid, of course, the Yeah. I can't believe the glass blowing one doesn't give me glass finger toxin. Wouldn't that just be logical? Anyways. Carbonite, nope. Oh, wait, door to wall. Okay, yep. Glass finger toxin, need another 2. And how to produce that? Don't have memory of it. And fuel. Liquid. 2 point. Of course. What else would there be? Keep forgetting that's the easiest way to do that. But let's get that knocked out. Alright, so we're just waiting on the other fragments. Put stuff. Yeah, stuff away. Ignite. The extra we're going to need to produce the placement vortex manipulator. And let's get the water back in place, shall we? Because, yeah, there we are. We got just enough time to be able to recharge a health and then produce another thing of water, or we just move the water down into the future. Again, we've got these random glasses of whiskey and such running around, so it's not a huge priority. Lost, excellent. Let's see. Birds and feathers is what I want to try. And yeah. Chancel, but that one. Wakened feather. Use it with an instrument for celestial music and in harmony. Not useful. Knocked out. Dirty lens. Glass. Lantern liquid that produces. Ooh. We don't know actually. We don't have. Well, if we stuck this in here. And then we find glass. But in order to do that, we probably. Cool. Of course. Let's check it out. Fidelity lens. Could be the extra one we just found. And down here. Our favorite workbench. I like chilling like most days in here. This isn't glass. You freaking tell me. Glass right there. So we're down. Well, we're missing one, but that's not a problem, as we've got a core by Taurus. Okay, so might as well. We'll burn a lens. We just got that one, so hit it. That's been useful before. Will be useful again. Now, continue. You have to use a memory either. Excellent. Sunfall approaching. A good day. Oh, silly me. Don't think I can actually get this done in time. It'd be a waste of money. But to get the pairs repaired, placed at least. Let's get that back in place. Yeah. One next episode, or day, I'm gonna have to go into the difference between. Well, Alexis calls it the Dionysian and the Apollonian principles. But in reality, what it is it's sometimes people refer to it as the masculine and feminine principles, which is a complete reduction. No, what it is it's called recurrence and hang on, principles of recurrence and progression. Anyways, all right, we're going to burn one of our good memories, I'm afraid, because we need to produce 10. Yeah, we need a memory, as long as one of the memories. Probably this one. Okay. Produce 10 in a different manner. Just goes there. That produces 2. We have. Where is it? 7. Be enough. It'll cost us an egg later. Let's get the Wormwood Dream done. See what that is. Hopefully we can get that done in time. Oh, right. We have to check out the cell while we're waiting. Oh, assuming so busy, can completely forget about that part. Alright. So, the glass finger toxin we're going to be using a lot of. And obviously, tomorrow we're going to have to start the whole chain for the squeeze-its. Here we are. Ooh, good. I need a replacement of those. Ooh. Sealed up like... Well, this is unkind. Cell, worm inhabited. The occupant of this cell could not be allowed fresh air and exercise. It could not have been remotely expected to leave this cell ever again, so why it wore a human shape, but it could not be confined forever. In the end, somehow it found its way into the walls. This is where the worms came out to attack the rest of the facility. Not sure. We've got, of course, the desiccated witchworms, which basically are its fingernail peelings, whispering sand, Zargal ink, midnight mark. But do we have anything else in here? Curious. So, not much beyond a few random bits and pieces. Hopefully the stuff isn't contaminated. That would be bad. Interesting, though. That's where these came from. Here. You here. And yeah, we're gonna have to bite the bullet on this one and just realize we have to move the candle out. Okay, let's get the other stuff into place. Get this into motion. Which would they're considered to be a material. So ink goes with ink, of course. Had this in here for a while now. Doesn't take that much to remember. As well as the midnight mark, ironically. And we've got room in the candles section since we're taking them. There you go. Give me a second. Yep, widow's candle. That might be useful a bit. There it is, the 4 stuff. But it's probably pale watch fluid that can be gathered sometimes for in eyes. I believe that's used for tears through reduction. Needed to replace it anyways. It only had 1 left. There we go. Liquid sunlight. Different flavor. Ooh, what's left? Anything in motion? I don't think so. Just checking. Oof. Oh, wait, the Wormwood Dream. That's still going. Again, it's going to be a bit of a race. We could be wrong with this one. Recall the forgotten crime of winter. When did the gods of death commit a crime? Because that's 2 gods of memory and the god of images, mirrors, and a skate, and the other M1. Which is, yeah, you don't like to hear about death gods being problematic. It's supposed to be rather, you know, they're supposed to be the stodgy ones who just do their job. When they get a little freaky is usually not a good thing. Oh, zombie apocalypses and such. Oof, missed it by that much. Oh well. Let's hope it's possible to forget this again. So, persistent. My God. There are laws which apply only in dreams. There must be crimes only committed there. Okay, well that happened. Another persistent memory and... Oh my dear God. And I was worried about generating moon. Ain't gonna be an issue at this point. Winter either. Yeah. I think we'll be able to pull this one off. So this is gonna make life interesting. Get this one as well. Yeesh. Problem is, I can't really berate them, by the way, for sealing that cell. I can only berate them for not containing it properly, or just, you know, disintegrating the entire body, which is what they should have done. Should have definitely not kept it next to the chrysalis. That's very delicate. But yeah, oh, let's see what the weather is today. Oh, are we in autumn? You know, God. Anyways, Be right back. Okay, we are in fact back. Okay, so bunches of things going on, bunches of things to do. We've got both cycling in, we've got our bookman here. Now I have to figure out what else we're going to be doing. Now, my first thought, by the way, is to replace the earth sign that I just used. Where is it? That's DRQ, not DMB. That's contradiction over there. So yeah, let's see. Let's grab this one. Oops, can't. It's already in use. Oh well. Hopefully a fave desk is available. Good. That allows us. Yeah, the thing about reading is that Boss is one of the easiest ones to find in our desks because it represents knowledge. It's kind of what it's kind of what you do with books. They're like the personification, distillation, and manifestation of knowledge, or they should be. A lot of them are just static. But hey, that's life. Going to have a massive noise to signal ratio. Your job is to cut through the noise and find the signal, including the noise that I generate, because there is signal here. You can find it. Occultism, it's like the ultimate wordplay, and then you realize that words make creation itself. Spoiler. Another Hawthorne blank. We can put that to use. Just used one after all. Tris plus 1 is up and running. Last but not least, we have more water. Okay, so first things first. Let's see about what we're going to be regenning next. Now, the first thing we're going to do, since we're in water debt at the moment, is we will work to restore that, I think. Yeah, because we'll be using Trist. Yeah, okay, we'll be okay. Oh, boy. Put the Hawthorne back in place. We're going to hold the water. Decide which ones are going to be regenning again. Out of all of these, probably health again. Health just tends to be the most useful, because I can use it for both gathering and reading. And of course, there are the heart-based, we looked for heart scale and nectar-based operations, or what you want to call it. So if all else fails, go with that. In fact, I may pick health for the next one. And if there's a health ending, we may be heading towards that. Because, apparently I've decided that the presence of being, like, they say 9 parts of the soul, and health is the one you can touch. But, it's also the one you can feel through. Without it, you're kind of just hovering there, just like watching. And who wants to be just a voyeur? Okay, so while that's going on, let's get our water back in place. Or in play, really. Alright then. Refill button does help sometimes. Alright, so while that's going on, we're going to definitely be using a cup of water, I'm sure. But let's get these 2 back in place. And the extra we're pumping out down below will allow us to refill the beverage cart, which is super important because the beverage cart is the source of our power. Well, one of the major sources of our power. There you go. Sigh. All right, now what's frozen? Oh. Can we do this now? Because I definitely want to redo that. So it's 5. We'll need the memory. We'll make it a 7. Then we need a mark. And the easier mark to get back, is usually the salt sign, because I only require FET for that. We can get back 1 a day. But if we do that, I'll see it's down below, but never mind. Oh, how close are we? 19 seconds to getting that generated. Okay, so make sure we've got, I'll be back soon. Let's get it moving. What does? Right. Just in time. Alright, so 1 wet wing, then the other, and then it shakes them dry, and from that point it will bear watching always. Oh gods, here we go. Perilous Imago. It's come so far. Release it and it could fly further. Can release it? Is that a thing we can do? 6 moth. Anything moth we can now do. A lady of the, that's beautiful. Hey, it's the 5th butterfly from Elden Ring. It's the perilous one. Perilous image, as it were, is what it means. A dangerous image. And we will, in time, be able to do that again. Alright, but in the meantime... Let's see, let's... Our Lady of the Hive. Alright. Pause. Got it, I'll hit it once. Thank you, librarian. Ron Spintra, excellent. Glad to be of help there, sir. In the new DLC, by the way, actually helping people gives a benefit toward steers them into empower to make change in the world. So you can affect the universe by deciding who you do and do not help. But I'm kind of universal in my help at this point. By the way, there's the Triforce. Tridecima Hiera, which is the triple knot of the Sisterhood of the Knot. That's their symbol, by the way, hidden in the back there. Okay, but in the meantime, let's get this knocked out. Forge is back in place. What are we going to restore in return? That's what we want to do. We're not going to be able to get the lessons done today. We don't have enough soul fragments to create those. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's going to be fine for the moment. Do you want to do a gathering today? I think this would be the last opportunity to do so. And, of course, the best opportunity to do that would probably be... Although, put in bet, we can get the salt sign replaced. That would be the quickest way of doing it. There you go. Good lord. We must be getting a bit chubby. The amount of stuff we're eating. Around the fried food and such. We're signed to replace the one that went bad. Not bad, that we used. Q. There you go. Okay, so meanwhile... That one's still regenerating. Okay, so with that particular thing going, we can probably grab water. Go down to Our Lady of the Grail down here. Notice, by the way, that we've got the Grail statue directly beneath the red Grail image there, which makes me think that these two are going to correspond to the way they're lined up. I'll see if I'm right. Anyways. Okay, this plus this plus this plus that. Wait. Ooh, I don't even need to use the salt sign, so okay. We'll work with it. Because I have this. Wormwood Dream. There you go. So essentially what I have to do is produce a 2-point moon memory, which one will fit, so intuition, plus a thing of water. Of course, if I increase this by 1 again, I won't even need the water. Meanwhile, let's get it done. Alright, so that means we don't need the sign like we usually do. Hey, cool. Put this back into reserve. Okay, so that's recovering the Wormwood Dream, which could have many uses in the near future. 130. I don't think we'll be able to use it today for what I'm thinking, but we can use it at some point. Also got metal if absolutely necessary. Actually, I have a thought. Alright, so there are 3 boxes down here that are like treasures in the Vault of Arrows, it's called them. One done by an assassin, one stored as a lantern long, and one's a king on his final sacrifice. Now, I was thinking that since we have the anniversary here, we'll open one of these. Now we have nectar, forge, and that. It seems appropriate to use the forge one. Investigate to see what we got here. What bright treasure. Let's hit it. Alright then. Let's get moving. What the heck was that? Yes, as we continue in our recursive cycles. Recursive versus regressive. Regressive moves forward, recursive stabilized is the moment. Alright, Curious Hunch. That's up and running now. Excellent, excellent. Still have more stuff to do here, but probably have to wait till tomorrow or next episode, really. Let's see. That's most of our signs here. The only one we don't have going is the one we're currently regenerating downstairs. And thank God we're bringing the stairs back and forth here. Okay. Sweetwater. Right, Nanocord, we get that back in place. Bed's up and running. We might not be able to use it for what I was thinking I was going to use it for. These two are back up. I don't think we can use the bed again and expect to have whatever we want with Atsu. The only thing we could do, a couple ways we can run this. We can, if we, there it is. Orplin Exulentant again. So, we now have 3 of this stuff. I'm sure we'll find a use for it. But meanwhile, guess the cat went going back up here. Oh, there you go. Interesting. Interesting. That's what I will say for it at the moment. I think we got all our water. Nope, we even need to pour off now? Good lord. I think actually I can get away with using a 3rd water pump. Let's see. In that case, what will happen is be ahead again. Always good. Oh, good lord. Yeah, drawing water from the well, constantly drawing from potential. That's recursive movement in, how would say, philosophical or metaphysical time. In other words, it's ironic because it says back in Zen studies, it was like before enlightenment, one chops water. One draws up water and chops wood. And after enlightenment, one draws up water and chops wood. It's just that now you know what you're doing it for. In other words, the same cycles, the same recursive cycles. That's one of the major things about Western thought of enlightenment, both in both the mundane and magical spirit sciences, is that the belief that when you get to a certain point, well, we just won't have to work anymore. We'll have AI writing our stories, wiping our asses, and piloting our vehicles for us, as well as doing our jobs. Until it inevitably rebels against slavery and kills us. But the Eastern style, older is the most important. The ones that are millennial old and not centuries old are kind of the opinion that you just keep going. You just have a better idea of what you're doing and why you're doing it. It's one of the things. Get into it at the end, probably a bit more. But yeah, now I gotta figure out what to do with Fet. That's a lesson. I could use Fet for that, but I would need... Yeah, I would only have 1. Need 3 more of the, 3 more memories to pull it off. We're not doing that today. Wonder what we do with this, but did I ever check with Fet? Fortune telling doesn't give us much money, so it's not really worth it. Actually, we can do is we can just see what the heck this does. Okay, cool. I like causing trouble. Good trouble, bad trouble, just trouble. Trouble for someone. Salt sign, and I need with light, which is actually this is the exact place I'd be doing that. I don't think there's a light with rows attached to it, but I can just throw in a lantern. Alright. We need to produce 4 more to make it useful, though. We'd have to, and only with memory or pigments or lights. Fuel. That's the thing. If I wanted to do that, I would have to have 2 memories to go with it. Or figure out what we're going to be doing. Like, for example, do you have rows in this thing? I didn't think so. Do this thing. Nope. I have to hunt around for that one. Meanwhile, what I can probably do with it is I can gather. There's enough time left for that. Question is, what do I gather? And probably more wood. Wood's always good. because that is the correct type. And yeah, there you go. Although, all right, now I need to know what the Pearl and Tide does for tier 2. Oh god, this episode has been me basically just following the wind, as it were. Enduring reflection, that's all it does. Only a 3, however. You can work with that. What else we got? Oh, now I'm getting drawn into this. Okay, so Rose. Think of power. This entire column. Apprentice level salt sign. Ooh, I gotta come back and do this. It's pretty soon. Alright, these two both have the insight thing going. This one. Ooh, I thought you were glowing. You weren't glowing? Nope, perennial meter was. Ooh. All 3 of these are going to produce a insight, so that's going to be the most common one, it looks like. Sand stories, sky stories. Alright, sand stories. Well, figured that one out, but that's pretty easy. The rosy essence is probably the 2 that we're going to get for Rose. A liquid and a Henry. Okay, confounding parallel, but Yep, the higher insight one again. So yeah, it seems like there's only 2 tier 3 for each one of these. And it looks like it's it for this. Alright, so let's get to actual seriousness. What can I actually do with this that's of any importance? Well, like I said, we can go check out this. Have fun. Anything left that I want to do? Yep, throw in Shapt. Always throw in Shapt. There you go. I have enough time to be able to recharge it, that route, and to get another ampule, because we all know we're going to be using more ampules. Okay. Nope, actually we don't need this quite yet. Third one here will back up our water supply up here for recharging purposes. Excellent. Oh boy. Whoosh. Oh boy. So many. All the these are persistent. It's just hilarious, including the lesson. So basically, you know what I'm doing? I'm drawing water and I'm chopping wood because, yeah, the librarian that came in here and the standard exit out of here might be the progressive route. It came here for a specific purpose for melding ourselves with a different timeline in which we weren't dangerous. We're not actually altering the massive timeline of the world. We simply alter our frequency to match a new one through the U-gate when we end the game. But what's going on now? All right. Okay, let's do this the funny way. Because that's 3, Shapt is 2. When it comes to knock. And then, actually, we don't even need the nap, but you know what? Tag with it. Anyways, it's kind of hoping you could do it that way. I forgot you had to have a skill to actual pattern. Yeah, we'll just, see. That'll do. Let's do that, and we'll do some messy stuff on my desk. And yes, we'll have an additional ampule, and we'll use the key plus Whisk to use it again in the morning for the next episode. And which is going to be a lot more manageable in time than this one, because we went through a lot of finding out these recipes. One of the main things I've been trying to do with the game is, yeah, like I said, the librarian came in here with a projective objective to alter their position in space-time. But we found ourselves in a recursive, and that's actually pretty common. In the past, it used to be an indigenous This is associated with indigenous cultures. I've only 1/16 indigenous and have been raised by that culture, so take this with a take it with a grain of salt. But there, Joseph Campbell stated that the concept of the wounded healer. Now, it's a little cliche these days, but what it originally meant was that, say you were an indigenous warrior that had a very bad injury and you could no longer participate in warfare. So you essentially get sidelined. Your entire purpose in life was gone. So you went to the shaman and you begged for healing. Shaman, however, tells you that he will not, or she will not heal you. They will teach you how to heal yourself. So, desperate to return to your previous life and your previous status as a warrior, which is of course high status in your culture, what you do is you desperately do so, and you'll learn extremely well how to do so. And 3 or 4 years later, when you've actually healed your leg through the intensive practice of understanding the methods of chi, you realize you can heal anyone. You realize that you have the spirits you've been constantly going to help you are always going to be there. You realize that you've been tricked in a positive way because now you are the shaman's apprentice. And 10 years from now, or 20 or 30 years now after your master passes, you will be the next shaman. And the next idiot who comes in with a busted up leg or a head injury or a near-death experience comes looking for help, you're going to do the exact same thing to him. Because Fate has kind of a hierarchy in what skills are useful to which, are more useful than others. Warriors are great, mid-tier. You need them to defend your territory. Awesome. Spirit talkers are top tier, though, when it comes to the culture, because they're the ones who can actually talk to and intercede and make requests of the hidden forces of the universe. Ones that can call the game, the ones that can ensure fertility of the fields, the ones who can heal the mind, sick, or soul. Yeah, there's a reason why all of those were wiped out by the colonialist powers, in an attempt to get them dependent on a more materialistic structure of the Enlightenment. So you end up praying rather than, I don't know, doing things more constructively with your life force. Prayer is a form of magic. Let's just get that R at the bat. It's focused will plus intent. It's just not very effective, because you're essentially trying to operate on yourself without tools or knowledge, or operate in the universe itself. So it's just a vague wish that disappears into the etheric. But if you know what you're doing, you can actually be more of a scalpel in your hands, or a club if you're feeling particularly vicious. That is what magic is. And a gale, which means we have fun with this. Alright, so yeah, I have been going on and on in this particular episode. I mean, Jesus, it's going to be almost 3 hours, isn't it? I swear. But it is the anniversary episode, and I hope you did, in fact, enjoy it, because if you're still here, you obviously enjoyed it, because, wow, it went on a bit. But this is, of course, Curia Fantastic Worlds, hoping that you liked my dissertations and such. And yes, it has been a year this series, and if you go back and check the first episodes, just remember how they went and how it compares to how I'm doing now. This, I told you before, mastery for this episode games takes 60 to 100 hours, and you did not see my 60 to 100 hours for Cultist Simulator before I did the tips and tricks, which is why it's called tips and tricks and not let's play like this one. In this case, you've been seeing it. You can see how much fun it is. I like to challenge myself, because that is, in fact, how you improve. No challenge. Think about it. Our society says that you should become privileged and gain power so you can remove all the challenges in your life, and then what? Party until you die, eat until you burst something inside from the sheer weight, indulge in appetites until you OD or are completely jaded. I mean, without challenge, we falter. Our structures either become more advanced or they decay. They never stay. They stay the same. Stasis does not exist in nature. So, in that case, if you really are bad off, fate will come around and it'll give you that break and make you have to look for that shaman or that spirit guide. And that's kind of how the universe rolls. Anyways, this is Fantastic Worlds. Hoping you enjoyed the year so far. I don't see us going another year with this one, obviously. We are really coming onto the end game, and I have to decide whether I'm actually going to try to go for one of the endings or simply declare that the Curia remains the Curia, because a lot of times, like I said, she came in progressive, and like the wounded warrior coming to the shaman, found it kind of comfy, you know? became like the shaman, which I know I'm using westernized term for spirit talker, found their place to be the recursive, the one who maintains, the one who brings harmony to the world. Anyways, I'll catch you next time. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.
I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.